Success. It's the word we all chase. The applause, the recognition, the moment your story flips from who are you to we always knew you'd make it. But here is a truth that is rarely whispered in the halls of fame. Success has destroyed more people than failure ever did. How? Because pride is a silent killer. It sneaks in when you're basking in the glow of your achievements. At first, you're just celebrating your wins. Then, slowly, you start to believe you're unstoppable. You start to think you're above correction, above learning, and even above the people who helped you get there. And just like that, without you even noticing, pride begins to choke the very foundation of your success. It's a subtle shift, but it's a destructive one. Think about it. No one wakes up and decides, today, I'm going to become arrogant. It happens gradually. You achieve something great, and the praises start rolling in. You're the best. No one does it like you. You're a genius. It feels good, right? Of course it does. But the danger is when you start to internalize it, to believe that you are the sole author of your story. You forget that success is never a solo act. There were people who supported you, moments of luck that went your way, and opportunities that could have easily passed you by. But pride has a way of erasing all that. It convinces you that you did it all by yourself. And here's the scary question. What happens when life inevitably decides it's time to humble you? Pride has this blinding effect. It makes you forget the process, the struggle, the journey. It makes you forget how hard it was to get to where you are now, how you once hustled for a chance, how you prayed for doors to open. Now that you're on the other side, that gratitude can easily be replaced by arrogance. You might start to disrespect the very steps that made you who you are. You might even look down on people who are still on their climb, completely forgetting that you were once exactly where they are now. And this is where the real danger kicks in: isolation. When pride enters the room, humility quietly slips out the back door. And when humility leaves, so do your genuine connections. People stop feeling comfortable around you. They stop offering advice. They stop correcting you, not because you're perfect, but because they know you won't listen. From the outside, you might still look successful. You might have the title, the followers, the accolades. But behind the scenes, your relationships are withering. If you talk to anyone who's had a great fall from the top, they'll tell you it wasn't a lack of talent that brought them down. It was because pride had pushed away everyone who genuinely cared, leaving them with no one to catch them when they stumbled. And the most terrifying part, you often don't realize this is happening until it's far too late. Here's another trap. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. When you believe you know it all, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you start declining. It's a slow, silent, invisible decay. You stop taking feedback because you see it as criticism. You stop listening to others because you think you have all the answers. You stop improving because you're convinced you're already at your peak. Success without humility becomes a golden cage. You become a prisoner of your own achievements, repeating the same old moves, singing the same old song, and expecting the world to keep applauding. But the world doesn't stand still. It moves on, and if you're not growing with it, you'll be left behind. Now let's flip the script. Humility isn't weakness. It's the ultimate form of wisdom. The truly great ones, the people whose success endures, they know how to stay grounded. Look at the most respected leaders, innovators, and creators. They all share one powerful trait: gratitude. They never act like success belongs to them alone. They consistently acknowledge their teams, their mentors, and their supporters. They remember where they came from. They use their platforms not to boast, but to lift others up. Humility doesn't dim your shine. It protects it. It ensures your light is sustainable. So if you really want to measure your growth, don't just look at your bank account or your follower count. Check your attitude. How do you treat the people who can't do anything for you? The waiter, the intern, the person asking for advice. How do you handle criticism now that you've made it? Do you still listen with an open mind, or do you dismiss it because you assume you already know better? Real success isn't just about having more. It's about becoming a better human being. It all boils down to this. The moment you stop being grateful, you stop growing. Gratitude is the antidote to pride. It keeps your heart soft, your eyes open, and your spirit connected to your purpose. Pride says, I deserve this. Humility says, I am thankful for this. One path leads to entitlement and eventual destruction. The other leads to sustained greatness and fulfillment. Always remember that everything you have today can be gone tomorrow. Your talents, your opportunities, your influence, they all come with an expiration date if you don't handle them with care and wisdom. So, when success finally knocks on your door, and I believe it will, do not let pride be the one to rewrite your story. Remember the days you were praying for the things you have now. Remember the people who stood by you when no one else did. Remember that the same ladder that took you up can also bring you down if you stop holding on to it with humility. True power isn't in showing off how far you've climbed. It's in reaching back and helping others make their way up too. As you rise, stay grounded as you win. Stay grateful, and as you grow, never ever forget where it all began. Because pride builds walls that will eventually imprison you, but humility builds empires that last for generations. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. Stay humble and keep rising.